Look like you hit record.
Look like you hit record. Did you?
Oh.
The fuck was that?
There we go.
I have no
I
idea.
have no idea.
God damn it.
All right.
Yo, what a crazy
week, man. Max Holloway,
Calvin Cater.
Calvin Cater, bro.
It's the first
thing on my
Yo, it's the
notes.
first
Yo, it's the first thing on my fucking mind every single day.
We're fucking echoey. You talk?
Hold up.
I guess I don't know if that's gonna help. Technical difficulties.
I think we're still
Oh,
echoing.
that worked. I fixed it.
Where the fuck are you listening to it?
Okay, perfect.
No way.
Yeah,
True story, bro. You
That's
did
it.
fix it. You're
Now-
a goddamn genius.
well,
We're
two
back.
things I learned:
Episode 12.
Masters of None, episode 12.
All right, man. So go ahead. What'd you learn?
I just learned that you can't have the music like live with the whatever the R is active. What's the R stand for?
Oh, that's live for like recording.
There. You know what? I'm gonna also push this over here so that they're not getting like a 3-dimensional. You know, like the never-ending
Like a
screens.
double. Gotcha.
Yeah. If you have that on, it won't push audio to Adobe Audition
It's amazing what you learn.
when you're live.
And when you just, you only learn by what? Fucking
Trying.
up.
Yeah, fucking up. Oh, fucking up and trying.
That's it.
We were saying when nobody could hear us talk. Oh, by the way, I was watching like Adam 22 like on his channel, No Jumper. Like there's a bunch of different podcasts. Like there's like a bunch of other podcasts.
On No Jumper?
Yeah, on No
Yeah, I've
Jumper.
seen them.
And these motherfuckers,
A couple of
be
them are
having this-
shit.
A bunch of them are shit.
Yeah.
They just had a clip go viral with OT Genesis over there, like barking on some chick, telling her, he said, "When I leave here, I'm going home. I'm gonna be good. I don't know where you're going. Like, I don't know if you're gonna be okay." Because she like violated him.
Meaning what? Meaning like her safety or that
Yeah.
she's like a bum?
No,
And he's going to a nice crib and she's going to like,
no, like her safety.
ooh, be careful. Fuck
So-
around with that.
Yo, so I watched. I was watching the podcast
That's a
when it happened.
live boy. That's
What
motherfucker does not play.
What I was gonna say is that they fuck up all the time in the beginning of their podcast, and like it always like there's like always some issues. Not always, but there's often issues. So
That's life.
it made me feel way better about the issues that we have sometimes
This
in the
is
beginning
life,
of the podcast. Anyways, the OT Genesis thing. There's the show that this came from was the AD and Yazzie show. It's called At the End of the Day with AD and Yazzie. It's these two dudes. OT Genesis happens to be AD's friend, like in real life. Like they're really best friends. They know each other for a very long time. Blah
Okay.
blah blah. The girl was kind of like super spicy with OT, and he just got to a point where he just didn't want her like violating him. And this guy is like a serious guy.
Jesus.
And he
Christ.
was like, you know what? They were like, oh, is that threat? And so they explained it like later on in today's show. They explained it because they do it every Wednesday. I think they do it. So yesterday they said it. He's like, it's not that I'm saying something like I'm going to do something to you. He goes, but I'm just so popping in these streets and people got so much love for me that they're not going to watch somebody disrespect me and then see that
Damn,
person and not do something about it.
Sound like he roundabout kind of encouraged that, like fucking Trump did the Capitol Hill mob. Like he just roundabout was like, go do it.
Honestly, when he explained, I was like, damn, that does kind of make sense. You know how fans are, bro. And he's a real California crip.
Bro, Bieber's fans will fuck you up. What do you think OT Genesis's fans will do to you?
Yeah,
They'll
bro.
kidnap your mom and shit. Like you don't want to play with that shit.
So yeah, that was like kind of all over the internet. Yeah, I heard it was on. I don't really go to the Shade Room. I don't follow the Shade Room, so I don't really know. But I heard it was on the Shade Room. which I guess is a
unfollowed-
big deal.
I unfollowed a lot of those pages because there's just mad negative shit all the time.
Oh, it's
I'm
super
like,
negative.
you know, you have like athletes, guy dropped like 50 points last night, but then all they're talking about is how he got like caught like
Fucking
you know,
somebody.
yeah, some chick that he met at the strip club or something. I'm like, yo, the guy threw up a 50-point game last night.
Yeah.
Talk about his game. Get the fuck out of here.
That's like remember Media Takeout?
Yep. Media takeout is that's one of them sites that's just fucking bad news, bro.
Yeah. If you get on Media Takeout, it's never for a good reason.
No, and it's never for a real reason a lot of times either. That site be full of shit.
Yeah.
But yo, you want to talk about these fights already?
Yeah. Let's
Well,
get
what
to
have
it.
we been up to? What's been going on with you, bro?
I've been watching a lot of Vice documentaries.
A lot of Vice documentaries.
Yeah, I've been in a Vice hole.
Yeah, a Vice
Not-
grip.
Yeah, I've been in a Vice grip, bro. Not just Vice, but like Vice style documentaries. I've been watching this other Russian guy. This Russian guy I watch is a fucking psycho. He goes to North Korea. He goes to like crazy places in Mexico.
Well, what's the premise? It's like he travels and just like does vlogs, or
He's like does like it's like a vlog style movie because it's like an hour and change, and he talks about like all about his experience like so the North Korea one, like he goes to North Korea, like he takes a train there, he like talks to people and stuff like that, and you know they don't allow like tourists, they don't allow media in North Korea,
okay.
so like everything is done like in secret, you know, and it's like this.
You got to be crazy to go into a wild communist country
Yo.
and secretly videotape shit.
Oh hell yeah, yo, they'll never let you leave, and they
Bro, you'll just vanish. You didn't see that? Go ahead, continue.
he
your story.
talk, but he shows you like all like the fake, like you know North Korea is like a movie set, right? Like you go there and like everything you do, like when you go there, when whoever gets in, right? If you get in
Yeah,
and you're like a foreigner and you're going there as like
like a guest or
like
whatever,
a media
or a tourist.
no, you can't go there as a tourist, but you go there as like somebody who's going to study, like a student or something like that, and you go for a tour. Everything you do, everybody you meet is like all like predetermined. Like they're like, he's like, we're like driving down the street, and then he's like, oh man, let's check out this restaurant over here. And like they stop, and you get to the restaurant, it's like nobody there, but the person's like really waiting for you, and they got the table set up for like the perfect amount of people. He's like, it's the weirdest thing ever. And he goes, you see these beautiful apartment buildings and shit. He goes, and nobody's living in them. He's like, you look outside and there's balconies. He goes, there's nothing on any, like a couple balconies have like a mop. So one of them's got like clothes hanging. The other one's got like an exercise machine. He goes, but there's hundreds of empty apartments. They've got more people in jail than like North
Free
America and Europe combined. Like they got more people in jail than anybody else combined.
Really,
And
I
they're
thought
not
that
just-
would have been America.
No, and they're not just in jail. They're like in camps. Dude, they take the whole family to jail sometimes. Like if you do some wild shit, everybody goes.
What the fuck?
And they split you up in different camps. I don't even want to talk about this. I shouldn't say this.
see, but
this is
yeah.
all alleged. I don't know if this is true. I've seen this from the Russian guy. I don't want
Wait.
to know.
What are you drinking? He doesn't know what he's saying.
I've been poisoned. Prank caller. He also goes to Mexico. The Mexico one's crazier because I thought the North Korea was crazy, but the Mexico one, he's just around some fucking gangsters.
Yo, parts over there are fucking lawless and shit. They have like one of the highest kidnapping rates. Yo, that scares the shit out of me. Nothing is more scary than motherfuckers kidnapping you.
Yeah,
bro.
you don't got to worry about that shit. I said that shit one time and somebody was like, what are you fucking worried about? They ain't going to kidnap you.
Yeah, you got no money.
Yeah. No, I also look like I might be from there. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that don't matter. As soon as they hear you talk, they're like, you ain't from
No, they know I'm not from there, but they also know I'm not going to be worth much. You know what I'm saying?
Ah!
They got some cousins out here doing the same thing I'm doing. They
Yeah.
know they ain't worth that much.
That's how that shit goes, man.
Yeah.
I got my dad works with a guy, and he's like, every time I go home, he's from South America and shit. He's like, every time I go home, he's like, I wear like some rip pocket pants. He's like, just so they can see I don't have anything because my pocket's ripped off.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? He just like, I remove the pockets off my pants. I wear some shitty fucking sandals. He's like, it's the best vacation you can imagine. He said, being able to just like blend in and do nothing, he's like, is the way you need to go visit your country or go
Yeah,
visit
you
somewhere.
can't go-
He's like,
you
he's
can't
like,
go
you
to
don't
those
want the
places to
attention.
stunt.
He's like, you don't want the attention. He's like, it's just the best way to experience a country is just to like kind of just like blend.
Bro, they weren't.
You know what I mean?
He said everybody was staring at him. There's mad times where he's passing by like a street, he's in the audio and shit, and there's somebody from the corner whistle. Shh. Like, don't record here. Put your camera down. Don't record here.
Oh shit. Yep. I'll be
Like-
like, oh, this camera, I'll smash it on the
and
rock.
he's like in a
I
place.
don't even know whose that is.
A month before he got there, they kidnapped like 25 students and killed them all.
Wow.
It's a place where the police don't go. Like it's owned by like the cartel. The cartel's in there.
He was in there?
He was in there. This guy's crazy.
How does he do this?
He'd be meeting people. It took him 2 weeks to organize it, to get into, so he could get in touch. Like he'd be sending kites and shit. You know how it is. First of all, he sticks out like a sore thumb. Like, and he's like going around. He's like pointing out people. He's like, look, there's a guy over there on the corner, and he's got a walkie-talkie, and he's staring at me. And look, he just talked to the walkie-talkie. He's like filming him on his little GoPro and shit. And like they know he's there. They
Damn,
talk
that
about
shit is
knowing he's
fucking-
there. They're like, yeah,
that
we
shit
know
is
we knew you were
crazy, bro.
here.
That shit is crazy. I know it's like you see that like those other countries like this sometimes is the way that like this is sometimes where the places that I wish Americans would research and understand. Like when people say it's like so crazy here, because sometimes I catch myself thinking it's kind of crazy here. Like I'm like, it's ridiculous the things that are going on. It's nothing
Nah.
like other places, bro. It's nothing like other places, man.
Life is really expensive out here. We do a lot to keep people
Yeah.
alive.
Yo, remember that dude? I think it was, I forget where it was. Don't quote me on this because I'm fucking dumb. So please, nobody take this for, do your own research, whatever. What I'm saying is not factual. It's from what I recall from my fried
from
brain.
the depths of your brain.
Yeah. But in the Philippines, that dude has like a super low, like drug use. There's like no drug use.
Oh, yo, you know why? Because he was just killing people.
yeah, he's just
He
killing
was
everyone.
just
He's like, oh, you're on drugs? Kill this guy.
Yo, he was killing. It was like the fucking Spanish Inquisition, bro. I'm telling you, he was going around and he said, do you accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior? And if you even blinked, wow, they hung you, motherfucker. That's what he was doing in the Philippines, but with dope fiends. He said the crystal. I was seeing a documentary on that too about the meth use in the Philippines, and that's what it was. Meth was just fucking running through the Philippines, rampant.
That's wild, bro.
Yeah, he cleaned it up. That guy cleaned it up, man.
Hey.
I knew a guy from the Philippines,
You
and
And what is it? 1,000 Ways to Skin a Cat?
yeah, he did. That's one way to do it, right there. Just
That's terrifying.
yeah. Can you imagine, bro?
Trying to
Can you imagine being? Dude, he goes to Afghanistan. He goes to Afghanistan, and he goes to this town.
Does
and
he go alone? What's his
he's
deal?
dolo, bro. Just this Russian dude. And another thing is like things are easier when you're Russian.
What's
No,
his-
not when you're Russian. Things are easier in North Korea when you're Russian, obviously, because Russia's like a
I don't know nothing about what are they like allies or something?
no. They're like, well, first of all, North Korea. Yes, they were allies at one point. I don't know if they're still allies. They were
I
definitely
don't know
allies at
shit
one
about
point.
history.
In the war against
politics like that.
in Vietnam, like they backed North Korea. We backed South Korea.
Listen, dude, when it comes to like foreign affairs and shit, whether it was 2 weeks ago or it was 500 years ago, or I don't know shit about shit. I
Yeah.
swear to God, you tell me point at a map and tell you where fucking like Russia is, I'm gonna have a couple problems.
You know where Turkey is? You know what continent? Continent?
don't
Turkey's
ever
on?
ask me no shit like that because I don't know shit about that.
We just me
Don't
and
ever
my
do
boy
that
just
to me.
talk about this shit the other day. Listen, I could be wrong too, but it doesn't matter. The politics are insignificant or irrelevant. They're not really irrelevant, but I'm not going to get into them. But anyways, it's easier to get in there because they're both like they're on that communist shit. So like as opposed to an American trying to get into there. Even like when I watch some American people, they're like when they're asked where they're from, they don't say they're American. They're like, I'm Swedish. One of the guys was saying I'm Swedish. But yeah, this Russian guy goes places by himself.
That's wild. Those people are fucking nuts. You see that guy that the guy that started Alibaba, the website,
The AliExpress,
yeah,
where they be selling the Fugazi shit.
you know
That one?
the big Alibaba marketplace shit. It's like
Yeah.
that big ass.
That's
shit.
like it's like eBay.
yeah, it's like some huge
Yeah.
yeah, dude. He's been missing since October,
What?
bro. He's the richest man in China. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that.
He's Asian? Well, I guess never mind.
He's Chinese.
Is he Chinese?
Yes. What do you think? You were like, tricky name. Tricky name for a company.
That's fucking cultural appropriation. How dare you?
But he, yeah, bro. He,
The Middle East is in Asia too, so that's why I said like, is he Asian? But then I said, no, I'm thinking like,
I'll revert to my previous statement.
yeah.
I don't know shit about that.
But anyways,
But listen, I'm telling you
Go ahead,
why
go ahead,
he
go
went
ahead.
missing,
oh, they know why?
bro. Well, what it's speculated,
Oh, right.
dude, he had like a press conference and he like had a couple things about what China can do better as a government and what the government could like help with. Went missing after doing that press conference.
Oh,
talking
he
about the
was
government.
making.
He was like had a big meeting at his
and
like
making suggestions and shit.
yeah. He's the richest man. That would be like if Jeff Bezos vanished. Like Jeff Bezos had like a meeting at his company and he talked about like the presidency or he talked about like, you know, the government or like whatever. Congress is stupid. We shouldn't have this maybe we shouldn't have this 3-pillar, system, like these 3 different branches of government. He's like, it's a little ridiculous. And then the next week he is missing and nobody knows where he is. Nobody's talking about where he is. He's just gone. He's just gone. Jeff Bezos or like Bill Gates, like shit like that, bro. Did you see Elon Musk pass Jeff Bezos on the richest man? That's some crazy shit.
Yeah.
Seen that tweet he threw out there?
What'd he say?
He said, that's weird. Well, back to work.
Who said that? Just
Elon
Bezos?
Musk.
Oh, Elon Musk said that?
Yeah, he said, that's strange. Well, back to work. Like he's like, I'm the richest man, which I'm really not the richest publicly known man. Like if you don't think one of these sheiks that fucking owns like 10 oil wells and refineries. Come on. That guy right there would jump out the window if he woke up with Elon Musk money. All right.
That's super fucking fun.
Yeah.
Never heard that before.
Look out of here. Yeah, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Now I stole that a little bit. That was a little Chris Rock bit, but
people are using
he said it differently though.
But
he said if Bill Gates woke up with Oprah's money, he'd jump out the window. Because people
That's
are like,
actually
he was like,
very
people
fucking
saying Oprah is wealthy. No,
yeah.
Gates. But anyway.
He's the wealthiest guy who's counting money. These guys ain't counting, but there's other people out there who aren't counting money anymore.
Yeah, no, the ones that weigh it. Yeah, those guys.
The Vice dude or the Russian dude I was watching was talking about how the drug cartel people count their weigh their money over there because it's faster.
Yeah, it's the fastest way. Like you just, they weigh it. It's the easiest way. But goddamn. So what are we doing? You want to talk? You want to start shifting to these fights, bro?
We can shift to the fights because I know you really want to talk to them.
But what do you got? Oh, come on, talk to me. Talk to me about something else.
No,
I'm locked in.
We can talk about the fights. The Capitol raid.
Yeah, bro. First of all, why was it that easy to get into the Capitol?
The tables have turned.
Why was it that easy to get into? It was harder to get into Chaz.
Yo, did you know?
than it was to get into the Capitol. What the fuck was that shit about?
Did you know? You see the video of the people climbing the side of the fucking thing?
And that guy
falling?
just shoved that bitch off there?
No. Did you know there was stairs? There was stairs. I watched the video. This thing, it was like people were climbing the side of the thing as like it was like they were doing it as like a symbolism thing, like climbing the walls of the Capitol, but they were stairs.
Yo, it's these bunch of idiots that are out here playing. They're playing Civil War. They're out here playing
crazy.
Dungeons and Dragons. Like you see that chick climbing in the window that caught a rubber bullet to the dome.
Oh yeah.
He shot her with a rubber bullet in the head.
I didn't know it was a rubber bullet. I didn't know. I thought you were talking about the lady who got shot in the neck.
No, it killed this lady.
He killed her?
Oh, he killed her.
Ooh.
He shot her with a rubber bullet. Yo, and what's crazy is she falls back and the dude with the camera says, active shooter. There's an active shooter. And I'm like, no, that's the guy that's guarding the Capitol you're raiding. His job is to shoot you.
You guys are invading.
He's paid to be there in case this happens and to shoot you.
He's been holding that gun with those rubber bullets for 15 years.
Yeah, they've been doing one drill a year. And it involved getting under the desk with your hands like this.
Yo, you see the guy getting run down? He's like, stop! Don't come forward!
No, I didn't see that one. There's a few, like so many different.
He was like running up the stairs and shit.
No.
Hand on his gun.
That's some crazy shit, man.
Yeah,
it looked like Scarface's house getting run up on.
That's so fucking funny. It was
ridiculous.
Absolutely
They're
unbelievable.
just busting the windows and then everybody inside doesn't know what to do. I'm like, yo, you guys never thought that one day somebody might try to bust in here?
What were they going to do? Were they going to hold everybody hostage in there until they made Trump president?
Bro, I don't think they had a plan past get in.
They probably really didn't think they were going to get in.
No, they were like, we'll get in. And they were like, wait a minute, we're here. Fuck. And then the first guy hit the window, and then the second guy hit the window, and then they're like, let's get in.
Somebody definitely asked them, like, their plan was like, we're going to march there, we're going to go to the doors, and we're going to be demanding to let us in. And if they don't let us in, we're going to get in. And he was like, well, what are we going to do when we get in? He was like, you'll see what we do when we get in.
That's what right. Do you want to get in or not?
Yeah, no, I totally want to get in.
Sounds like you're only halfway in.
No, I totally want to get in. We'll fucking get in there.
That's right. Bro, I seen there was fuck, I'm losing my train of thought.
No. The Capitol invasion. Active shooter.
The Capitol. What was it? Fuck.
Damn, bro. It was some movie shit that they were fucking getting in. Did you see the fucking dude who?
I remember.
What is it?
Did you see that chick getting interviewed that got pepper sprayed?
No.
Yo, she's crying because they maced her.
Oh,
like,
yes. I heard the audio of it.
And they're like, what happened? And she's like, oh, they maced me. And they're like, why'd they mace you? And she's like, because we stormed the Capitol. And the dude's like, why'd you storm the Capitol? And she's like, I can't believe they did this. She's like, it's the revolution.
She said that?
Yeah, fucking moron. They're out here playing revolution. This is what I'm saying. This is like in Gettysburg, they do like the reenactment of the war.
Yeah.
This
that
is
dude with the fucking helmet.
That guy's kind of a legend.
He is a legend, but that dude's definitely going to jail.
Yeah, a bunch of those guys killing themselves. Did you see? Like cops are showing up to arrest them and they're like killing themselves. Not a bunch. I think like one did.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I know one dude, the dude who's sitting there with his feet up on the desk, like a fucking like a G. He's facing 10 years in jail.
Really?
Yep.
How'd they know it was him? They made him take his shoes off when they found him?
Bro,
they're like, take your shoes and socks off.
No, bro, there's people trying to like leave the state and they think like, I want to let people know, if you don't think that they got shit in these fucking airports and government buildings that scan your face, so they know who you are, they know who you are. That motherfucker went to an airport and they picked him up on the camera with the facial recognition shit.
Yeah, they don't play.
That's just national security, baby. If you went in there, they caught everybody.
Yeah,
even the dude you see they got like one or two fucking either either a Dominican cat or a black dude walking in there, and they got a meme that's saying like this guy was just looking for the stimulus checks. You see that? I bet you, now that I think about it, they probably photoshopped him in there.
Yo, that's some funny shit, yo. A lot of idiots were there. There was like Judge's son.
Really?
Yeah. A judge's son was in there. A former UFC fighter was in there. I forget his name. You'll know his name if I said it, but I don't want to try and remember who it was because I don't, and I don't want to, put somebody there. Yeah. I don't want to say some crazy shit like Mike Perry. I don't want to do no shit like that. But who the fuck else was there? A former Olympian. Yo, apparently he went there like in his Olympic jacket.
What?
Yeah.
Fucking idiot.
I was like, are you kidding me? Like, I'm like, what is going on with people?
They definitely gonna be made an example of.
Yeah.
These people. It's just crazy to think you could do that.
Yeah. Yo, I seen this funny ass meme I was dying. My friend posted it.
What is that?
So my man posted this meme and it shows the guy leaving, like with the podium shaking it, like waving his hand. And it was like, yo, Puerto Rican moms leaving the wedding with the centerpiece. Yo, I was dying, bro.
I went to a party, an engagement party, and I texted a dude afterwards, like, yo, saved my centerpiece. I called it. And he was like, you ain't allowed to take those home, bro. My girl's going to be pissed. No. And I was like, what? I was like, what do you mean? The centerpiece is for the guests, bro. And he was like, no, bro. They were like skulls. Like, I forgot what they were made
weren't they
of.
like sugar skulls you said or something like that?
Yeah, they were sick. Dope. And he said I couldn't have them. He said my girl would have been pissed if you would have taken that.
Damn,
I was like, well,
BS,
nobody would have known.
That's some BS.
Yeah, I know. I wish I would have took it. In hindsight, I still would have took it even though I hadn't known.
Yeah?
Yeah, 100%.
That's some G shit.
Yeah, it's a centerpiece, bro.
Yeah. Should have told your girl to bring a bigger bag.
We're fucking Latinos. You can't tell us we can't take the fucking centerpiece.
I never let my girl bring the little bag to the wedding.
Never.
You always got to bring the big bag.
My fucking thing was like this big. It had like lights and shit in it. You had to like plug it in. Motherfuckers was walking out that shit with forklifts and shit. With fucking pallet jacks.
Word, right?
They were walking out my wedding with fucking pallet jacks, bro. With my fucking centerpiece.
That's hilarious.
Everyone was gone.
Damn, bro.
I want to ask you about we said like 3 weeks ago, we were like, yo, let's talk about fucking Netflix. And we did it the first week. We missed it last week. I want to ask you if you watched the show Kingdom.
I started watching it with the dude that's like a Viking. They kill his dad. He goes and stays with the other dude. Like
Maybe
he
that's
goes
not
to.
the name of the show. It's about fighters.
Oh no,
MMA
you're right.
fighters?
I'm thinking the wrong thing. You're right. It has that like that Italian dude that
Yeah.
Brendan Schaub fucks with, and he has like he's like an MMA coach.
Yeah,
I've never seen it. Is it good?
bro, they're fighting real fighters.
What? Wait, what?
They're fighting like real UFC, real like MMA fighters.
In the show?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know they're like they're involved in the show. Like
Yeah.
that's Brendan Schaub and shit like that. Guys that they always said it was good. I just could. I was like, man, this is gonna be like Never Back Down or some shit.
Nah, bro, it's not bad. In the beginning, it was kind of. In the beginning, there was some fights that I was kind of like, that would never happen like that. Like a dude was like holding his arm out like this, and like the guy continued to pummel him, like punch him, and I'm like, that would never happen.
Yeah.
That you rip that fucking arm off, you extend that shit like that.
Yeah.
Like it was just like he was like in a weird. He was like like this. He was basically like giving him an arm bar. He wasn't taking it. It was like a weird, and there was some like weird transitions. But
you
then,
just seen MMA too much. Like,
but after a while,
It got better?
It got better.
like they brought on like a consultant. Like
They must have-
like,
somebody
like
can-
some coaches. Like
no, it
Dean
was a
Thomas
pilot.
on
It was a pilot. It was the first
Yeah.
episode.
the concept, and then they got the resources.
And then they were like, "Yo, this is sick, but that fucking scene sucks. Everything's
Yeah.
great. Don't ever fucking do that again. We're gonna fix that."
yeah,
And then they fixed it, and it's pretty good. It's not
Yeah,
bad.
that's
My
dope.
fucking chick loves it. She like finished
really.
it already.
I want
Yeah.
to check that shit out, man. Now I'll definitely check it out because I was always a little skeptical, but I'll watch it for sure.
Yeah,
For
it's
sure.
a good.
With the cosign, I'll watch it.
It's not bad.
I'll give you guys my review.
It's not bad. It's a little fucking. It gets a little fucking drama filled, but it's definitely not a bad show.
All right.
Yeah.
How many like?
This is like 4 fucking seasons. My girl watched them like so fucking fast. It was like
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Interesting.
She was watching it without me and shit.
Huh. So there must be like what I want to know is how many like side like love stories are.
Oh my
are
god, they're
main
endless.
Premise.
They're endless.
All right. So each fighter has like.
I'm pretty sure like there's one chick in there that's still in the show, and she's been fucked 4 times, I think. But like there's like 4 different dudes have like slammed through
Damn,
her.
are
in
they
the
all
show.
fighters or is she fucking like the cut man and shit?
Nah, let's not get crazy, bro. This chick's got standards. No, she's fucking fighters and
She's
trainers.
fucking like a judge.
She's fucking
maybe,
champs.
Maybe that would explain those
She's
shitty
fucked 2
scorecards.
champs.
2 champs, huh?
2 champs.
She's
not
champ
easy.
champ.
Yeah, she
She's champ champ.
facts. Yeah, but there's some drama, and that's one of the reasons I stopped watching it. But the concept's cool, and the first season and a half is not bad.
All right. I'll check that shit out for sure, man.
Yeah,
I gotta check it out for sure. I'm now from that show, I want to tell you about this show. God damn it. I think it's called The Last Kingdom. I think
Yes.
that's why I'm confused. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah,
Bro, I
it's
started
like based
watching
in like
that.
medieval times, right?
I started watching that.
You want to buy a bow and arrow?
Bro, it's a good goddamn show, bro.
Is it?
I want to make me a fox pelt. You know what I'm saying?
Is
I'm
it
watching-
like
It's like not like Game of Thrones.
no, not like Game of Thrones. What's that show where the bitch goes back in time and
Lost?
No, no, I've never seen Lost.
Me neither.
It's a show where the girl, she goes back in time and she's like in Ireland or something like that. And it's a very, very popular show.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's a show, very popular, based in the same time. Go ahead, tell me about The Last Kingdom.
It's so it's based around. I'm gonna spoil a little bit of it for you. Just like do you want to hear it or not?
Yeah, of course. Spoiler for everybody.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Fast forward like fucking a minute because I'm not gonna talk about it that long.
Yeah.
But it's this guy, this like Viking village or whatever, and they get or like not a Viking village, it's like a regular village, and one of the nice ones. You know when the people like smiling and carrying water buckets and shit, and like doing like work around the
They're
little
wearing
village.
clogs, making cheese and shit.
Yeah, they're all smiling. The kids are playing and shit, and then all of a sudden you just see like everybody starts screaming like, "Oh my god!" And it's
The
just
redcoats
these
are coming?
Viking motherfuckers just like ripping everything apart, like dragging the women off and like smacking the kids, like all kinds of shit, just taking everything over, just ripping the place apart, burning everything down. And there's this kid that like watches this like big fucking dude just kill his dad and shit. And then the kid runs over to him with like a knife and starts like fucking trying to stab the fucking Viking. The kid's like 5 years old and he runs over like a gangster trying to stab the dude that killed his dad. So the guy's like holding him and he's like, what the fuck? Like, I'm like, he's like, throws him down. He's like,
oh, I know what's coming.
bring him with us. I like this one. You know what I mean? He's like, he's
I
got
don't think
some
that was
fucking
coming.
fight. You know what I'm saying? So he ends up raising this kid. Like after he kills his father, he takes him in because the kid had fight. Like as he's like going to kill his dad, the kid ran up on him like a 5-year-old. He's like, he's like swinging a sword and shit. He's not doing shit,
Yeah.
but he's fucking trying. Like he's like smacking him in the leg with like the side of the blade and shit, you know? So he like took him in. Yo, kid
This
fucking.
sounds like a fire ass show.
Yo, kid fucking like hates him at first and shit. And he's
Don't
like,
tell me anymore.
All right.
I want to watch this.
Yeah, yo,
you said enough.
yeah, all right. Good. I sold it. You see
Yeah.
that? Cut the check, Netflix.
Yeah.
What's up?
That was pretty good. Fuck.
Yeah, but it's like it's cool, man.
The
Like,
Last Kingdom. I've seen it. Some
Yeah.
of those shows is a lot of fucking dialogue.
yeah, I don't know none of the names. It's one of those shows where it's like Prometheus and Litharius. And
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
like,
you know what the trick is?
I don't know the first letter. Just give initials. That's what I do. I'm like, damn, there's too many people with T's.
Nah, bro.
Now we got to go 2 letters. Like
I
Tuesday,
watch it with
Thursday.
subtitles on.
Ooh, that's.
I watch it
smart.
with subtitles on, and then I mispronounce their names until I hear them, and I'm like, "Oh, that's the way that's pronounced." It's like when you read a book and you think the guy's name is like Kamar, and then like you listen to like the audiobook or something like
It's
that.
like
and his
Kamado.
name, yeah, his,
And you're
his
like,
name, some
what?
other shit. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
who the fuck are they talking about?
Yeah, it's like how GPS fucking pronounces Long Island
streets.
towns.
Yeah,
It's like Sastakwa.
welcome
you're like,
to
nah.
Stastakwa.
Setauket. Like, it's not it.
That's mad funny. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Man.
So
what's up, bro? You wanna?
yeah, we can talk about the fights. I know you
All
want to
right,
talk
you
about
know
the
that I'm
fights.
fucking
Let's get
itching,
it. Let's
bro.
get it.
I'm itching.
We should have
bro.
talked about the fights originally. Tonight's gonna,
No.
this weekend's gonna be an early card. If you live on the East Coast, it starts at 12. The prelims start at 12, and the main card starts at 3. The prelims will be on ABC. Did you know that?
No, the whole card is on ABC.
I don't think the main card's on ABC.
Yes, it is. Absolutely is.
I thought Dana said it was up to a certain time.
Nope.
Okay, so the whole card's on ABC.
Whole card's on
which
ABC.
doesn't fucking matter to me because I already pay for ESPN Plus.
All it's gonna do is I'm just gonna tell my fucking dad that it's on. He's gonna put it on and be like, "This ain't fucking boxing," and he's gonna turn it off.
Yeah.
So it'll allow me to tell my
Yeah,
dad.
that's cool,
that
I
it's,
guess.
You know.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that I'm like borderline salty because I pay for it and they're just giving it away.
Nah, but you know, you got to understand this. I think this has a lot to do with the times.
And Connor's coming up. I'm gonna bring him back in a little bit, give you a little taste, just a fucking
Yeah.
tip.
Yeah. But what's good is these are. Oh no, actually, these are featherweights. Never mind.
How much is the fucking fight gonna be? The Connor fight gonna be?
I think $69.99. They all went up. They went up $10. The pay-per-views, because I'm pretty sure there's like a flat rate now with the ESPN Plus deal. I think they're like, it's not crazy. Like, you know how boxing does. They're like, Floyd's fighting. It's $100.
Yeah, like it
They're like-
it fluctuates.
Yeah, you know, based on the popularity of the fighter.
Yeah.
But I think this Calvin Cater fight's gonna be a scrap. Yo, there's another scrap on there too. You know,
Talking
Carlos
about Carlos
Condit.
Condit?
Carlos Condit and Matt Brown. Somebody's leaving there with a fucking stroke.
When was the last time Matt Brown fought? Because I seen the card and I was like, "Well, when's the last time Matt Brown?" And I should have clicked on it.
I feel like Matt Brown had a KO last time. I feel like he whooped somebody's ass last time he fought.
maybe.
I'm thinking so. You know that's not moving.
What's that moving?
The cursor.
Yeah.
All right. But I think his last fight out, he had a good win. God damn it, we need a fucking
Yeah. We need a third limb.
yeah. But
But yeah, Carlos Condit's fighting. There's a bunch of other people on the card, and I meant to print out the card so we can.
yeah, there's a bunch of other people, a lot of people I don't know.
Did you watch Dana like explain the card? And
You know when
was-
he's like, if you don't know about this fighter, and he like puts the
Yeah.
names up.
I
Nah,
liked
didn't
it.
see
I
I like when he does that
I
too. He's
liked
like,
it. You heard me? I liked it.
yeah, I
I thought it
think
was
that it's
good.
good. I think it.
He was selling this card, and I feel like it wasn't. It before I seen that the card wasn't really getting that much love.
Yeah.
Excuse me. It wasn't really. I don't know. It wasn't like as in your face. Like I've seen Connor ads way more than I've seen ads for this fight, and I think it's going to be a good card.
I would pay just for Calvin Kattar, Max Holloway. I would pay money. I would pay money to watch just that fight. You know, so that's what I'm that's what I'm excited for, man. Is I don't know. I'm thinking in my mind the way this fight's going to play out that they're just going to stand up and box.
Yeah, that's what I thought was going to happen. That's what I think is going to happen.
Max Holloway doesn't have the power. I don't think Max Holloway can knock out Calvin Kattar. But I do think Calvin Kattar is capable.
It's going to be a long fight. And, you know, those combinations, they build up. He could definitely stop somebody. He might not knock him out, but he could definitely...
Yeah, I wonder who's reffing the fight. That's relevant. Yeah. Nobody ever talks about that. You ever notice that? Nobody ever talks about who the referee is.
I never talk about it before the fight, but the second the fight's coming on and I see who the ref is, I'm like, oh. Like, you know, you see Herb Dean get in the ring and you're like, ooh, oh, this is going to be a bloodbath.
Yeah, nobody ever discusses the importance of who the ref is.
Yeah.
There are some refs that if I'm a grappler and I see fucking Jason Herzog there, I'm like, here we go. This fucking guy's gonna fucking stand us up every fucking time he gets a little bored. If it's a grappler with Jason Herzog, I'm like, fuck, here we go. I lost this fight because I know that
there definitely is something between the fighters. The fighters definitely know it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like if you're a grappler and you have a guy like that, or you're a you're somebody that does a lot of work on the cage, and you got like there's a couple refs I forget, but he stands out to me with being one of the guys that stands people up when he's bored. Like, yo, just because you're bored.
Who's the guy that Cody was talking shit to? Or TJ was talking shit to? He said he smelled like cigarettes and beer.
Jason Herzog.
Was it Jason? It was, right?
It was Jason Herzog.
Yeah. He said he smelled like cigarettes and beer.
Yeah, something like that. But this fight is going to be real good, man. When I look back to Calvin Kattar and Zabit, you know, if that's a 5-round fight, Calvin Kattar stops Zabit.
That's a crazy thing to say.
I'm telling you. He was putting work on that motherfucker in the 3rd round. Calvin Kattar he's going to be a super top contender in the featherweight division. A super top contender. I'm telling you right now, his boxing is so sharp, given he does lean a lot on his boxing. That's all he really does is box. But it's been effective so far. I think he's taking opponents that make sense for him to fight. Like him taking Zabit so soon, I think was tough. But I don't know if at the time, I didn't think it was the smartest decision. But then when I watch him now, I'm like, oh, he's going to get that back. They're going to fight again. Him and Zabit at some point. Like he's going to get that rematch because you can't just get rid of Zabit in the contention. If he
continues to win.
This fight right here, I don't think Max Holloway losing to him harms Max much. I think it knocks him down in the title ranks, but he's still going to be a main event fighter.
Max won his last fight? Who did he fight last?
No, I think his last fight was the loss to Dustin Poirier, wasn't it? Did he fight since then?
Oh, his last loss was Alexander Volkanovski.
Oh, that's right. His 2 fights with Volkanovski.
Yeah.
What am I talking about? All the way back to Poirier. Was Poirier between those 2 fights?
It was Volkanovski. Then what was that? July. Then
that's right. This is
then it was comeback. Dustin Poirier. So it was Volkanovski. Then before Volkanovski was Dustin Poirier. So he lost 2 in a row. Then he fought Frankie Edgar.
That's right. He beat Frankie Edgar.
Yeah, but right before that, he lost to Volkanovski for the first time.
Okay.
But fight before that, he beat the shit out of Brian Ortega. You remember that fucking fight?
Yes.
Holy fuck!
See, that's what worries me.
It was doctor stoppage, right? What?
Yeah. Oh no, I think Henner stopped it.
Oh, okay. So it was somebody. It was stopped.
Yeah, I think Henner.
Oh my god! Fuck.
But I'm thinking
Jose Aldo back to back.
He folded him up twice.
Back to back.
He stopped Anthony Pettis. Max is a motherfucker. I'm thinking to he stopped
Ricardo
fucking everybody.
Lamas.
Yeah, but he beat him decision.
Jeremy Stevens, Charles Oliveira, Cub Swanson.
He beat Charles Oliveira. Well, Charles Oliveira moved up now.
Yeah.
I'm thinking,
he fucking TKO'd him.
how about Calvin Kattar knocking out fucking Jeremy Stevens with that fucking step in elbow right on the fucking mouth? Bah! That shit was fucking hard. I didn't even
And
know it
Jeremy
was an elbow.
Stevens, he's not known for fucking
Getting knocked out. Never.
No, the dude's got a fucking. Where the fuck has he been? He knocked him out of the fucking roster because I haven't even heard of that
Yeah,
motherfucker.
bro. But man, I'm thinking, Calvin. I'm telling you, Calvin Kattar would have beat Zabit if that went 5 rounds, man.
Calvin Kattar beat. So obviously his last fight, Jeremy Stevens. Then Dan, what's that? Eag?
Yeah.
Dan Eag, Ricardo Lamas. Then he lost to Zabit. Shane Burgos, Renato
Moicano.
and Chris Fishgold. I don't know who the fuck that is. And then all these other, I don't really know.
This fight right here is really it's really big for Calvin.
Yeah.
This fight is big for Calvin.
It's got more wins than, interestingly enough. They might not, they're obviously out of the organization. I don't know, man.
I'm worried about Max's straight punches
Max
and Calvin's
his
nose.
boxing's great.
I'm worried about Calvin's nose down the center line with Max's straight punches. Max hits straight down the middle, and he's super accurate. And Calvin Kattar's nose explodes.
And
every fight.
he's a longer person, right? He's got the reach advantage.
I would assume so. I don't know for sure, but he's
Me
tall
thinking
and
of both
lean.
their body types. I think he's
taller
got the.
for sure.
If he could sit on the outside and pop, and he's got. Dude, his boxing is fucking good.
Max?
Max's boxing is super fucking good. You look at him when he fucking fought Brian Ortega, and he put on a fucking, like, a real clinic, bro. And I love Brian Ortega.
Yeah, Brian Ortega is a different fighter now.
Well, now he's shaved head Brian Ortega.
Yeah, that's right.
Different Brian Ortega.
When I think about
Bald Ortega.
When I think about Max, for some reason, I keep on looking back to Zabit in that fight with Zabit. Zabit's ability to kick, his threat with the takedown, and his length, because he's one of the tallest guys in that division. When I look at him,
like Dalsim, bro.
When I look at him, and I think about how Calvin was able to still punch him in his face with his style of boxing, I'm like, there's no way that Max is going to be able to keep as much distance as Zabit's potential gives him, right? To stay back. I mean, in kicking range, Max barely kicks. Max don't kick. Max stays in boxing range because he has to hit, so he gets in the pocket.
Max could fight going backwards better than Zabit. I think Zabit's really pushing forward all his fights. Like
That's
true. And Max
for a boxer, it's easier to hit a guy coming at you.
Max will back up and punch in the mouth. Like you can move forward on him, and I don't think he's not somebody that I think is going to get pushed up against the cage. Like especially not boxing, not going to get wrapped up against the cage boxing anybody. He's going to create the fucking angles and move back, do what he got to do. His boxing is good. His footwork's great.
Calvin's 1-2 is a motherfucker, man.
It's going to really be about that night.
I think after this, we're going to watch Zabit and Calvin Kattar round 3.
We could do that.
Because
I know what you're saying, but also it's like you know how the fight game is. Like
we can't predict if there were future rounds, blah, blah, blah.
Not only that, but Zabit really, he definitely won that first round.
Yeah.
Undoubtable.
Yeah.
The second round, if his coach says he won, and then he's like, all right, just don't get fucking knocked out now.
Yeah, you can just survive the third.
Yeah. It's like when you look at the Nate Diaz Masvidal fight, some people look at that fight and they say Masvidal fucking fuck Nate up. Masvidal was doing his thing. But there was a lot of fight left, and and he's a late round fighter. Like, he's gonna come out and he applies his pressure. He stacks up damage. So if that fight would have went for 5 rounds, I don't know if Masvidal would have fucking.
Masvidal was
cracking him,
fucking him up.
He was kind of
people
beating him
that
up.
talk to me about. I love Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz he's.
But
great
you
to
know
watch.
that it was early in the fight.
Bro, he soccer kicked him in the fucking head in the first like minute and a half of that fight. That, bro, Jorge Masvidal's speed and his blitzing, like how fast he was striking, how hard he was hitting. I was a little concerned if that would have been able to continue because he did expend a lot of energy, I feel like, in the first couple rounds. But God damn, was he working him for that?
Yeah,
he looked
but it was
stronger,
early.
faster. He was hitting harder. He was kicking the shit.
It was a
out of him
5-round
in the-
fight, though.
Bro, he was gonna stop him.
Nah, I mean, he did stop him. Doctor
No,
stopped him.
Doctor stoppage with the cut. So I feel like Nate got a pass on that fight.
No,
Bro, Masvidal was gonna fucking put him.
How long can he fight? How long could he fight like that for?
Bro, Masvidal was
He
gonna-
wasn't gonna fight 5 rounds like that. You know he
Masvidal
wasn't
was gonna
fighting
put him in
5
the
rounds
ER.
like that. He does that shit, bro. He does that shit. He's
Masvidal-
explosive in the first couple rounds. He just actually works. So we don't fucking like.
Bro, Masvidal was gonna put him in the ER, bro. I'm telling you, Masvidal.
I hope they
was-
fight again. Nate, I mean, Dana just said that they're working on a Nate fight right now.
Yeah, but they said it's gonna be a lightweight, so it's not gonna be Masvidal at all.
No, it's not advantageous for Masvidal
It's
to
gonna be a
fight him
55.
anyways.
I saw Connor in an interview was saying that he put out some some press today and
Yeah.
earlier today. He did a couple interviews. He did
Yeah,
one.
He bought that $1 million watch that they were talking about that Joe Rogan
It was that gold shit that looked all 3D because I saw it. He
That's
posted on his Instagram.
I think that's $1 million or $2 million watch. Joe Rogan was talking about it years ago with Matt Farah because Matt Farah has a podcast called like it's of something very clever to do with watching,
Wow.
with watches, and he does a watch podcast.
You got a
but-
lighter or a bottle opener?
Let's see. A lighter.
You got something creative I could open.
There's
this shit with?
lighters in that thing. In the chest. Open your chest. Don't open it too
No
big.
idea what's in here.
It's crazy, right?
Get your fingers
It's
back.
great. Don't you dare
Don't get your fingers back.
lock it up.
Puta.
You know how to. You would never last on a pirate ship.
Yeah, I would not. They would have found me out immediately.
Yeah, right there, you're stumbling with that shit. They're like, hey, you never found any fucking gold, bro?
You're no pirate, son.
You don't know a pirate.
Now what we need to see if you can get up there and get on that sail.
Is your
I
fucking
got
eye
it.
even glass?
Yeah, right. Peg legs probably fake. I think his parrot barked.
That's mad funny. It's crazy that what's inside that box, right?
It's fucking unbelievable.
I know.
But let me put this away.
Thank you, man. We recycle here.
That's right. But
About saving the fucking earth.
Calvin Kattar and Max fucking Holloway. Calvin Kattar with the goddamn 1-2 and the hook.
So what's gonna happen then? Who do you think's gonna win? I hate saying this because I don't want
Me
to
too.
jinx my fucking. I don't want to jinx
Fighter.
my choice.
I
but-
think that Max is going to land a lot first couple rounds. And I think Calvin's going to start coming on in the third. And he's going to start landing some shots. But I think it's going to end up going 5 rounds.
And Max is gonna win.
And
it.
Max is going to edge out a decision. That's where I'm thinking now. I even had this discussion with somebody on Twitter. I think that is where I still stand. I had that discussion 2 days ago. And I said every day I wake up, I feel something different. I'll wake up tomorrow and think Calvin Kattar will stop him in the third. I don't know.
I think Calvin Kattar has the power to stop him. I just don't think it's gonna happen.
And I think he's got the durability to withstand a Max onslaught. I really do think he does.
Yeah, but if Max gets points,
yeah, he gets points. But I do think
he's gonna put points on the board. If he fucks him up or pieces him up for the first 3 rounds, he wins the fight, and he could last 5 rounds. The guy's he's been beat up for 5 rounds. He's beat people up for 5 rounds. He
can be on both sides of it for 5 rounds.
Yeah, 100%. I've seen it in both directions with him. He's gonna go over there and he's gonna perform no matter what. Max is gonna fight his fight, and that's something that you watch his fights. He fights his fight no matter what. Even if he's getting cracked, like he's still fighting his fight. You know?
Yeah.
He's not the guy that fucking, when he's getting beat up, everything changes. And then maybe that's a bad thing, and but you don't see the guy getting beat up shooting for takedowns. Like he's gonna stand up and beat you up if that's what the fucking game plan is.
Neither one of those guys like to grapple or wrestle much
Yeah.
in their fights, it seems. So that fight is going to be a stand-up war. I
Yeah.
think just boxing.
What do you think about the co-main?
I give that fight to Matt Brown.
Matt Brown?
Yeah. Matt Brown is gonna bust him up, I think.
What are they fighting now? What weight class is that? Welterweight?
Big boys.
Yeah. What's going on with that weight class?
I have no idea, man. I know
Who's-
Kamaru is sitting up there as the
That's
champ.
what I'm asking. Like, what's going to happen with Kamaru? Because he hasn't had a fight.
No, he hasn't had a fight. I mean, I think that it's so funny because Kamaru is the champion, but nobody cares about it. We all want to know what's up with Jorge Masvidal. I want to know what's up with Colby. Like, I don't care at all about Usman fighting.
Yeah.
I really don't care. It's sad because he's the champ and he's the most dominant fighter in that weight.
Well, he's
division.
getting Tyron Woodley.
He's getting tired. Yeah, because nobody cares about them and the way they fight. But he does. He's much more exciting than Tyron Woodley.
He's much more
was the
exciting,
last
but
couple
it's
fights.
the same thing. It's like when you're the champ in the weight class, but there's a guy like Masvidal or a guy like Conor that just stepped up, and it's like you're no
Yeah.
longer the people's champion.
No, you're not. That's so funny that's really a thing.
That's a fucking. That's a
To me-
100% a thing.
To me, Conor is the belt. Like Conor always said that, but it's really clear now. Like you hear, it's so funny when you hear them interview fighters that are gonna fight Conor besides Khabib. Khabib didn't. He was like, "Fuck him, I'm gonna smash him."
Yeah.
Like he's a piece of shit. These other people are all like, "Oh, of course it's an amazing opportunity. It's like the best day ever that I'm fighting Conor McGregor. Like, of course, anybody that beats
He
Conor
says-
McGregor, you're a legend and shit."
What
I'm
did Conor say to the dude? He said, "When you fought, you heard you were fighting me."
He said you
"Honey."
called up, you rung your lady back home or something. And he said, "Baby, we did it."
Put on your red panties.
He said, "Get the red panties, we did it." That's hilarious. That's a fucking fact.
But it's the fucking truth, man. It's
He's
just,
a gorilla right now.
dude. He's huge.
He's a fucking
He
gorilla.
is huge right now.
Bro, that picture that John Kavanaugh posted wrapping his hands, I think I sent you that shit.
Yeah.
Yo, he's
I seen
a
it earlier in the
gorilla,
day,
bro.
and I was like, "Oh my god, Conor looks fucking enormous."
Bro, because I take my fair share of photos and shit. I was looking at it to see if maybe it was a wide lens or something. I'm like, what kind of lens did they shoot this on? Because his arm looks so big and his chest looks so big. So I was
It's
looking,
a profile shot. You can see his back.
yeah, but I wanted to make sure that it wasn't a lens that they shot it with that makes the middle look bigger. So that like kind of it makes you look bigger, like a car window kind of.
Yeah.
So I was wondering. I was like, I don't know. This looks like it might be something shot on something that wouldn't make him look much bigger. I said, that dude looks big, bro.
What lens is that you could take like close pictures of things and make them look bigger? For a friend.
It's just like
I'm asking. I have a friend that
wide
he was
lens or
asking for something like that, like
Yeah.
a lens that he could take pictures of things at close range and make them look enormous.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
you want a wide lens or an ultra wide lens. So you're
Ultra
talking
wide.
about like a 10 like a 10 millimeter
Yeah.
to like a 17.
Okay, ultra wide will make
10 to
you
17,
ultra
that's
wide.
an ultra wide. Yep. Ultra
Yeah.
wide will make you ultra
I'll let him
wide.
know.
You want to make sure that you want to, shoot for length, not width all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't want. We're not
Yeah.
trying to scare him. You know what I'm saying?
a soda can is a little scary. It's a little strange.
Soda can. You use one of those big ones you were talking about. You're gonna look like a fucking Pepsi.
Yeah, that's right, bro.
You're gonna look like one of those 2 liters. Isn't it crazy when you go like other? I don't know if you know this, but like when you travel outside the states, they around the world that they don't use the metric system, so
No, they do use
they
metric.
excuse me, they do use the metric system.
Yeah.
You told me you didn't know anything. They do use the metric system.
No, I just know we're one of 2 stupid ass countries that still uses that old antiquated system that doesn't make any sense.
Their fucking soda bottles are different because they're not 2 liters.
No, they're probably 1 liters. No, I'm just kidding.
No, they're not
No,
liters
it's
at
like
all.
mLs and shit.
No, they're like, I don't know what the fuck they are, but they're just like
No, I think they use the liter.
they use a liter, right?
Yeah.
But their soda bottles are different for sure.
Yeah, they probably look different.
They sell their gas in liters, don't they?
yes.
No gallons.
No, I know. Because I remember
Well,
when I was in
those-
Costa Rica and I filled up my car, I was like, what the hell? Thought I got 10 gallons. We ain't got shit in this truck.
Dude, a liter's like, I don't know how many gallons, how many liters are in a gallon.
I don't know because they're different systems, which is so stupid. The gallon is like the stupid American system and the liter is the metric system.
Yeah.
So that's when you end up looking at it and it says 1 gallon, something 0.32
Yeah.
ounces.
It's like
or something.
like a meter is like 3, there's 3 meters in a foot.
no,
Pretty fucking sure.
3
Yeah.
feet in a meter.
3 feet. In
It's
a
actually
meter?
3 feet in a yard. which is because foot is American and yard
Hey,
is
Google.
American.
How many feet in the meter? This thing's not.
It's
gonna work.
more than 3 because a meter is slightly bigger. See, it's more than 3 feet because a meter is slightly longer than a yard.
3 feet in a meter.
3 feet in a yard.
3 feet in a yard. He just fucking said
They just said it's more than that.
1.33.
No, it said it's 3 feet plus some more inches are in a
Okay.
meter. In a yard, ask how many feet in a yard. It's going to be 3 flat.
Hey Google, how many feet in a yard? On the fucking money.
You're welcome.
You started this at a low.
So
and-
about a triple
Did you
beam
just
balance.
fucking hustle me on your knowledge?
No, I did not.
Just hustle me. Where's Turkey? I asked you something. Tell me where Turkey is.
No, that shit I don't know.
Say what continent it's on.
My brain don't work for that.
We were just talking about that shit, me and somebody else, and they were telling me, they were like, where's they were like, where is Turkey? I was like, it's in like the Middle East, like, but they're like, it's in Europe. I was like, no. I was like, the Middle is like, it's Asia.
No, I don't think so.
It is.
Is it?
I promise you.
Okay. I don't really know.
Turkey is the beginning of Asia. It's like right where Europe meets Asia. It's like the bottom half of it. Turkey's
Okay.
like where it starts. But the Middle East is in Asia.
See, our brains work differently. Look at
And that's
that.
why when you said that earlier about like I was like, where's the guy from? And I was like, is he Asian? I was like, well, if he's fucking Asian or fucking from the Middle East or any of those countries, it's the same thing. It's all
So
Asia.
technically, Indian people are Asian?
Yeah. It's Asia.
Hmm.
It should be its own continent. Maybe
So
they
are
just changed it.
Mexicans North American?
No. Oh, yeah. Mexico's North America. Yeah. So are Canadians and so are Americans.
And Alaskans.
That's why when people fucking like Americans are kind of funny like this because they'll be like, well, this is it's America. And it's like, no, we're in North America.
But it is America.
It is the United States of America.
That's what they mean when they say United States.
No, they say
Of
like
America.
they'll say I'm sorry, when people say like, oh, are you from America? It's like it's all the Americas. Like that's what the Americas are, South America, Central America.
No, it's the
North
arrogant
America.
ass United States of American way. You're like, oh, we're the only America.
No.
This is America. The United States.
This is America is the United States of America. But we're the United States of America in North America.
True story.
Yeah. Little geography lesson for people.
Yeah, in case you guys were wondering.
Yeah.
Don't tread on me.
Don't tread on me. These colors don't fucking run. What's
They
the
don't.
fucking thing? Is that what it is?
I don't know. I'm talking about the flag.
Yeah, the colors don't fucking run. That's what they say.
That's right. These colors don't run. Red,
Is that what they said? Is that
Red,
what they
white,
said?
and blue.
Is that what they say? These colors don't run?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, man. You're American, aren't you?
Yeah.
So what the fuck?
I'm not patriotic like that. When you grow up, when you're first generation, you know this fucking just as much as I know this.
Yeah.
You grow up and they
Now
tell
I
you,
became this way later in my adult life that I appreciate America and my freedom.
I appreciate America. Yeah.
But
I have this
when I was
weird-
growing up, I didn't know shit about shit.
I appreciate what this country is giving me. I have this weird illusion in my head that I'm kind of not really American because that's the way they Latinos are raised.
Yeah.
They're like, listen, you live here.
Because we preserve our country, our culture.
Our culture, yeah. Like you live here, but you ain't from here. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Or maybe it's the way the system treats me.
Yeah. But when you think about it, I think it's like being a first generation from born in America, I think is one of the best things you could have because your parents that are raising you are still super embedded in the culture of where they're from.
Yeah.
But then you're also going to American school and you're making American friends. And then you go home and you're going home to your culture. So you're taking in that culture, the same way you speak Spanish, same way I speak Spanish, same way your wife speaks Spanish, these things, but we speak perfect English. Well, not perfect. Fuck. We speak good English
We could fucking,
or we
get
speak
past.
English well. How about that? We speak good English.
Our English is good, bro.
Yeah, exactly. It's more gooder than a lot of
It's
other people.
way more better.
Yeah, so that I think, along with the experiences and the possibilities that you have in America, I mean, I think that's what is like becomes a perfect storm for a lot.
Yo, I think like some of these people better step it up. They gotta make sure their kids are speaking multiple languages. If they knew the advantages we have because we speak 2 languages, like
yeah, it's funny because I didn't care about it when I was young.
Because we were forced to speak it.
Yeah,
no one asked us if we want to learn this other language.
No,
they were just like, "You want to communicate?"
Yeah. I'm like, all right. And we just learned it growing up without intending to learn both. You just learn both. Like my dad, you know, speaks better English than my mom. So we spoke both in the house, you know, so it's like you have no idea. And then my grandma and shit, like you have no idea that you're learning multiple languages at the same time.
You're relearning 3 languages because there's this one in between language where you speak both languages. I was on a bus one time in Amsterdam. And we were taking the bus out to like the countryside.
Mm-hmm.
And there was these people that like, they were like, yo, where are you guys from? Because you keep speaking, because we hear you speak English, but then you speak in Spanish, and then you speak in English, and then you speak in Spanish. And sometimes you're just speaking English and Spanish. And we're like, oh, well, like we live in the United States. So they're like, but you know, my mom came here from the Dominican Republic. And my, my girl's like, well, she's from Peru, so on and so forth. So like, but we're from like, you know, America. And that's kind of what America is. It's just this group of fucking like, you know, immigrants. Like everybody's an immigrant. So we like it's interesting because it's like we learn as kids, like we learn all the languages, and it's something I'm trying to do with my kid.
Yeah, that's what's up, yo. Like, cause I think about, cause that's what my girl says. Like when we have kids, like, cause my girl's Italian American, so like when she tells me she wants our kids to speak Spanish, and I'm like, all right. She's like, you can't talk about me. Yeah, but she's trying to learn.
I think it's super easy. It's easy when everybody speaks Spanish in the house, right?
Yeah.
But as a parent, like there's all these classes and places you could take your kid. If your kid could learn how to throw a fucking mean curveball, he could fucking, if you wanted to, not that you have to, but he also could learn another language.
Absolutely.
Because it's also an after school thing that you could go and practice and learn. I know somebody who they're Asian, and they take their kid to fucking like an after school program where like he perfects like his Mandarin.
Yeah, that shit is legit, man.
He's like, I speak like a street Mandarin. I want my kid to speak like proper Mandarin.
Yeah.
So he takes him to like a place.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
I mean, because there's that. There's also like in the Greek culture, I know my girl has a couple of friends that are like super Greek, you know, like first generation. And what they do is they send you to what they call like Greek school. Like they send you away to Greece like every summer and shit like that. Like when you're not in school and you don't have like responsibilities, they send you to be with like the family and stuff. And you like, you go and you seriously preserve your culture and stuff. Like I know I had a Greek friend where it's like their parents were just like always reminding you that like Greece was like the foundation of like today's civilization and shit like that. Like, yeah, it was like, it's like, oh, you know, geometry, like Greeks made that and shit. Like, you know, like that kind of stuff. Like, I don't know if that's true. I don't know who made geometry. Was it the Romans? Was it the Egyptians? I don't know.
I don't know. Geology's the thing when you look at the stars, right?
No, I said geometry. Geology is the study of the earth. That's astrology. Or is that anthropology?
It's obviously anthropology. You're obviously, if you're a chiropractor, you know how to read the stars.
You know how to read chiropractics. Which is another word for constellation.
Yes. Cryotherapy is the cryotherapy. It's cryotherapy. How did I get to cryotherapy? Those people, the back doctors, those people are full of shit, bro. Those dudes are the fucking mechanics of the fucking body, bro.
I actually have a good friend that's a chiropractor,
dude.
But it's definitely not real.
They told you about the secrets and shit.
It's really not real doctoring.
You see the new ones they got, those Instagram ones where they're cracking people's backs and shit.
Those guys are fucking rich off of just cracking backs.
I want to see these dudes funny walking in 6 months. I want to see them like kind of like one of those guys walk out there with a little swing or something like that because they fucked them up. Yeah,
it's one of those weird things that it's like, I don't know. Everybody tells you how bad cracking your knuckles is. Like it'll give you arthritis and this and that. So if it's bad to crack my knuckles, What happens when this guy's cracking my fucking cervical spine?
Yo, you know what though? That they were saying that at the same time that they were saying eggs give you high cholesterol though.
True, and now eggs are like a superfood.
Yeah, so I don't know. Does cracking your knuckles? Sometimes
I crack my knuckles since I'm like 5 years old, and I've been okay.
I feel my hands are fucking.
I still get a mean grip on a gi. You know what I'm saying?
My hands are beaten up. I don't got good hands. So
well, it's not from cracking your knuckles. It's from your fucking computer wizardry.
no, well, yeah, but I'm saying I don't. But I crack my knuckles. And I don't. But I don't think that my knuckle cracking is why.
Debilitating.
Yeah, I really fucking. It's on my to-do list to go see like a hand professional.
A knuckle chiropractor.
No, yeah, I need to see
A chiro knuckler.
I need a chiro knuckler to come fucking look at my hands and tell me like what I could do.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
It's a good call.
But also I think that with the growing rate of technology and like where I see myself in the future, that I don't think it's crazy to think that I could afford bionic hands later on.
Yeah, no way. I think you'd be fine.
Yeah.
I think you could definitely get some
I'm
bionic
totally
hands.
sincere about that.
Yeah.
I feel like I could have those robot hands.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I'm gonna beat these up. But that's gonna be okay.
Yeah, beat them up. Yep.
I feel the same way about STDs.
True. You can just get a
100%.
robo dick.
No, I just feel like modern, medicine, like I'll outlive any of them at this point.
True story.
If you would have got it 10 years ago, I don't know if you're gonna make it. But if you get a bad STD 2021, you're gonna be all right.
Yeah, you'd be all right. You'd be
Magic Johnson don't even test positive for HIV or AIDS.
True story.
Doesn't test positive. Isn't that crazy?
Some crazy shit.
What'd they do to him, bro? What's the technology behind it?
Bro, it's money, bro.
What is AIDS? What does it do to your body?
AIDS is actually, it's HIV. It's a virus.
Yeah.
And it disrupts your immune system. It attacks your immune system.
So it doesn't. You don't die from HIV.
No, once you reach a certain level of what are called T cells, which are particular white blood cells from your immune system, once they reach a certain level, they drop to a certain level, it then becomes AIDS. So it's HIV at first until it really starts to get into later stages of the illness and it becomes AIDS. So, nowadays, people are HIV positive, but they don't get full-blown AIDS because of treatment and stuff like that. Now,
So you'll die of like the common cold. Like you don't die from AIDS or HIV.
exactly, you don't necessarily die from that. You die from the complications that result from a compromised immune system. That's what ends up killing you, which
That's
is fucked
crazy.
up. It ends up being something like a real bad pneumonia or something like
How come
that.
the fucking animals don't be having shit like this? You never
There's
hear
feline AIDS. Cats have AIDS.
cats have AIDS.
Mhm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I know I don't like cats, so
Yeah, sucks. I didn't know until I got the call.
you're the fucking funniest guy you know. I swear to God, you're the funniest fucking guy you know. But
But it is though. That's a real thing.
yeah, just like that tiger that got cats are susceptible to a lot of shit. That tiger got corona. Fuck, cats are fucking.
Tiger got corona. A tiger had coronavirus? Like
Yeah, you didn't hear
COVID-19?
Yeah, you didn't hear about the fucking.
How'd he do? He's probably chilling.
No, he's good now. It was one of them Bronx tigers
Oh,
from the
yeah.
Bronx Zoo.
That's why you got it.
He showed up there.
All right.
He showed up there in some fucking Timberlands, and they fucking swabbed him. He had fucking corona, the COVID. That's what they said allegedly. But no, when you think about other animals like apes, I wonder like are they just dropping dead every once in a while, and the apes just know like he got space AIDS or whatever.
I have no idea.
They don't
I know
really-
that monkeys be doing each other dirty though. That's what I know.
Yeah, monkeys are fucking
Like them
filthy
chimps and shit. Well, those are the great apes. It's not really a monkey.
I watched a Vice documentary about this dude. I told you I've been in a Vice hole.
You
I watched
haven't.
one about this dude who goes to like markets,
Mhm.
and he went to a market where they were selling in like somewhere in Asia. It was like Vietnam. I don't know if it was Vietnam or I don't know where it was.
Was it Wuhan?
No, but they were selling bats, rats, and dogs.
Oh my.
Yeah, and then he was like, "Yo, if you would have came here 6 months ago, we had a bunch of monkeys." He goes, "They're not allowed to sell those anymore, but if you need one."
I know a guy.
Yeah, exactly. Super interesting, dude. People around the world, like we were saying, like different cuisine, bro.
Hell yeah. Like different shit, like shit that we like run over with our cars out here. People turn into
they called
delicious
a
food out
raccoon,
there.
bro. Raccoons?
You know they do that shit down in the bayou, down in like Louisiana and shit.
Oh, they eat squirrel.
They like
snake.
possum. They eat possum and shit like that.
Yeah.
It's
Shit's
like a
probably
real
not bad.
thing. Shit's probably delicious if you make it right.
Yeah. The
There's other
dude ate
places-
dog, and he said the dog broth, like the dog in the soup, he said it was delicious.
I'm wondering to myself, I'm like, would I can't eat dog. I love dogs. We're the only country in the world that uses guinea pigs as pets. You know that?
I ate a guinea pig in Peru.
You did, didn't you? How was it?
It was the grilled one wasn't that good, but like the charbroiled one, like dried it out, it was a little overdone. It was good,
Nice.
real good.
Nice. What did it
Yeah.
taste like? Jerky? Was it chicken like?
It was chicken like. Yeah, it was chicken like. The first one I wasn't that good because like the skin texture was a little slimy, like in between like the skin.
Gotcha. It was like a little the other one was a little more crispy.
Yeah, the other one was crispy. It was good.
Yeah,
It
even
wasn't
like
bad at all.
even like wet chicken
Yeah.
skin is gross.
Yeah, it wasn't
You know,
anything
wet
that was
fish
like
skin is gross.
yeah, and there's other foods that have that quality like fish and chicken. So it could have just been the way it was prepared, but it wasn't bad at all.
Nice.
Wasn't bad. I'll try anything. Listen, they've already slaughtered the dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to ask you to go get the neighbor's dog and kill him and eat him. But if you got him already, and I'm somewhere and I'm on vacation, and you know it's a delicacy in the country that I'm in, I'm not. You know, I don't feel like I'm contributing to the fucking slaughtering of dogs if I order one fucking Pomeranian over easy. I don't think it's a huge deal. You know what I'm saying? They ain't killing golden retrievers out there, bro.
How
They're killing
dare you?
street dogs. You know,
How
it's
dare
different,
you.
bro.
He said,
It's different, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like would you be mad if they were selling seagulls, you know? Can you imagine?
I'd be mad because I'd be like, how'd you kill it? Alka-Seltzer? I heard that's how you do it.
Yo, seagulls are a big fucking bird, bro.
They are big. They're big, man. They're a little scary.
We don't eat everything because we don't have to. You don't ever see I'm not walking down the street and you see a dude fucking selling penguin meat or fucking pelican meat or some shit. It just doesn't happen. You know, we don't need to because we got all this food. These motherfuckers they're catching what's
meat.
dude, they had so many bats. They burn them, they burn the hair off and then they sell them like that. It's crazy.
What?
Eating
I would like to.
wild boar.
This was on Vice. Or this is a Vice style.
It's a Vice style. It's Vice style.
Is this that Russian dude again?
This is American dude. He tells me he's Swedish though.
I gotta check this out.
It's good, man. I just I've been in like a documentary hole lately where I've been watching all these documentaries on different shit.
I haven't been up on too many documentaries. You saw Don't Fuck with Cats, right?
Don't Fuck with Cats was fucking crazy. It really shows. I knew this was possible already, but it shows people the power of the internet. The internet is unbelievable,
Bro, you remember the internet, how they fucking outed them kids that killed that kid in that Bronx deli?
Oh, when
Dude,
they ran in and killed, dude, was his name Junior?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bro, the internet caught those guys.
yeah, dude. I watched this YouTuber who got sold a car, and like the car wasn't the car that it was like it wasn't the car that the guy said it was. It was supposed to be it's one of 2,000, and it wasn't.
It was like let's say this specific type of car. It's like things about it that make it limited. He sold you the regular shit with some swap parts.
exactly. It was like a clone, and he was like, he never mentioned the guy's name or anything like that. Dude, you was on Reddit like an hour later, and they've already found who it was. You know what I'm saying?
They outed the dude.
Yeah, bro.
He got his money back
Crazy.
and shit.
Yeah, the guy bought his car back.
Wow.
It was crazy, bro. It was instantly like you started seeing screenshots of people posting on Facebook, like Facebook groups, who's the dickhead that sold so and so this car. Like, cause
Like, oh, that looks like Pito's car.
exactly that's exactly how it works, bro.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it works. And you click on Pito's page, and and his background is a picture of him with the car, with different wheels, but it's the same car.
Oh
and
my
it's
god,
like,
with some chick that's tagged.
yeah.
And then they click on the chick's
Dude, they
page.
find that shit, bro. And they're just like,
Wow.
look, it's got the dent. Look at the suspension is like,
Oh my god.
unbelievable. People post on Facebook all the time, like, yo, who has my car now? Like, and they post it. There's a website called VinWiki where you can like look up cars like by their VIN and who owned it and like how many people was owned it by.
Wow.
It's
Is that how Carfax started?
no VIN wikis for like more for like supercars and shit though.
Got you.
There's like you put in like I think you could like find out like what like the car history, not much about it. Like
That's how it is now. They'll sell out, and it'll be flooded with moms and minivans.
nah, it's owned by like a rich dude. I forgot like what the real purpose of it is because I'm not really interested in the supercar world. But this dude used to be a Lamborghini salesman, and for some reason, when you like these guys who sell like Lamborghinis or like super high end cars, I don't know how, but they're always kind of rich. And I know that you make a lot of money when you sell one of those cars, like but it's like the guys who sell, the commission. It's like the guys who sell like high end real estate, like they only got to sell a couple a year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And some of these things like Lamborghini, like they kind of sell themselves. Like people want to drive Lamborghinis, people want to drive Ferraris.
It's one of those. I think it's weird because I've never been in a Lamborghini dealership. Have you?
No,
So I always think to myself the way selling cars is like in a regular car dealer, like an American car dealer or like like whatever, a Toyota or a Honda, and how people are like at a Nissan dealer. It's a very different experience. I mean, you're going in there and you're just looking at cars, you're browsing. Like when you go into Lamborghini, there's no window shopping, I'm sure. They're like, oh, this is Greg. He swaps his Lamborghini once every 3 months.
yeah, there's definitely. I know people who go there just to take pictures and shit like that. So there's definitely a lot of that. But when the people who go in there to buy a car, the one of the biggest differences is like, first of all, when you're buying like a limited, like a brand new car or something like that, like, and it's a special edition or whatever. Sometimes you have to pay over a sticker. So there's people paying more than what the car's worth because these cars are different stories. They're like investments. They go up and down in prices. They go, you buy anything from Toyota, like price ain't going up.
No, it's not going up.
Only Toyota is still worth anything.
It's not an asset, it's a liability.
Yeah. There's some Toyotas that are obviously the exceptions, like the Supras, even the Supra right now that's going over sticker. They just talked about making a Targa top one, which is sick, with the roof that comes off. That's going to sell for over sticker, and it might hold its value for a little bit. Old school Supras, JDM exclusive Toyotas, like the all-wheel drive. I think was it all-wheel drive, but like this Turbo Celica that didn't come out in the States, like stuff like that. I think it was all-wheel drive. Like those are still worth something, but you buy one in the dealership today, like it's not going to retain its value. You buy a Porsche, you're going to buy it and sell it for the same price in 2-3 years. And then
honestly,
it's going to go up.
I feel like a Jeep is similar.
Jeeps definitely, from my perspective, I feel like they definitely depreciate as well, but just maybe not as fast.
Not so fast, yeah.
Maybe not as fast as other cars.
Like you'll find Jeeps with 50,000 miles on them that are still selling for 25,000.
And it's also like a thing right now. Jeeps have been a thing for a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
and
true.
they're going to continue.
I like to say that because I have one.
They're nice cars.
So I like to
I don't
tell
think there's
myself
anything
that.
wrong with them. They're nice cars. The thing about Jeep's got a big following already, right? But when you buy cars like that, I'll use a Jeep as an example. You got to buy one that's going to be timeless, right? Those are the ones that aren't going to lose their value. And that's one of the reasons why I sold the Mazda that I had, because it wasn't a timeless car. Like if you're looking to ever make any money, like certain cars are timeless. You buy, that's why Porsches they hold their value, because they're timeless car. Like they're never gonna. It's
a Chanel bag.
Yeah, exactly. It's timeless. So and sometimes you don't know it's gonna be a timeless car. The new Jeep that came out right now, the pickup truck one, I think we talked about last
Gladiator,
week.
yeah.
The Gladiator.
That's not going to be timeless.
Yeah, I was maybe not. I don't know. I was gonna say I don't know if it's gonna be timeless.
I think that'll run a couple years and it's going to go away. I think the Jeep Wrangler, the JK style, that one to me is going to be the one that lasts the longest. It was the longest run. I think it ran from like early 2000s or something like that to like 2017, I think was the last year they made it. Because that's mine is 2017. I think that's the last year they made the JK. That's the style I had. That's the one that all the aftermarket parts are for.
Yeah.
All that shit. And then you had the JL is the new one that came out, which is the upgraded body, upgraded version, which they're starting to make.
What's the one
for.
before the JK? Was it?
There's like the TJ. There's a couple of them.
I almost want to say it was like something L or but There was the one before it had the rectangular lights.
I don't really know, to be honest.
They're still pretty expensive as long as you could get a nice one. Jeeps hold their value. Yeah, you're right. Jeeps hold their value.
Like, I mean, it's weird because you could, like, you look online, like, no matter where you look, no matter how many miles are on a Jeep, if it's anything below like 80,000 miles, that shit is like in the 20s, bro. It's weird.
When I was looking at Jeeps, as I was looking at Jeeps at one point myself,
Mm-hmm.
there's so many of them.
Yeah, there's a lot.
That I don't understand. I never got why, when I see
If there's so many,
ones,
why are they so expensive?
when I see expensive ones, because I shop when I fucking put the sort by lowest first, you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
And I'm like, damn, there's some good price ones. I was like, why the fuck are these other ones so expensive?
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, a lot of these are expensive. It's like, why? So many of these. And it's just like, you type in Jeep Wrangler and you, like, let's just say you type in fucking RAV4, it's like 64 pages. You type in Jeep Wrangler, it's like 244 pages.
Yeah.
It's like, there's so many of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of them, man. And of course, like, it depends on where you are. That's the thing about a Jeep is it's good for multiple purposes depending. I mean, with my job, I have to get to work. You know what I mean? Like, so, and we live in a place where it snows and shit like that. So, like, it comes in handy there. I mean, that big snowfall we had, I made it to work no problem. Like, I drove my girl to work and then I, went and picked her up and shit. It was no problem. Like, my dad ended up getting sick. So I was able to go, like, in this fucking, like, blizzard and go and, like, fucking go get my mom and drive her to the hospital. So, it's good for shit like that. Also, we live where there's a lot of beaches. It's a big beach culture. So we drive on the beach a lot. And then you have other places where it's a lot of mountains and shit, a lot of camping where people do that. So then
rock crawling and shit like that. That'd be why I like that. Watching that shit on
rock
YouTube.
crawling is cool and shit, but I'm not into that. To me, that don't do nothing for me.
What about hitting the mud, put a snorkel on your shit?
See, that shit's cool too, but to me, it's not. To me, it's being able to access a place that's like you can't get to without a good 4-wheel drive vehicle.
And sometimes you got to cut through a fucking swamp.
Yeah.
You got to get that fucking snorkel.
Yeah.
You got to fucking, you got to be lifted up.
Got to do it, man. Like, my cousin has this cabin upstate that they built. They just bought a piece of land on the side of a mountain, cleared it, had it cleared. It had all trees and shit. They had to have the whole shit cleared. And my cousin's husband built a cabin there. And
What?
It literally doesn't have an address. There's no address. Like, they have to meet us at a gas station that's like 10 miles from the cabin so that then we have to follow them up. Like, and we drove through like 2 rivers and shit, like 2 streams, had to drive over that shit. There's a bridge that he made to like get there. Like, he made a bridge, like the community made a bridge, and there's like 6 houses on this road, like 6, 7 houses all. And it's not a road. It's like a dirt thing. It's just a bunch of people bought land there. Yeah, bro. It's fucking unbelievable. Bro, he made his own. It's blew my mind when I went there. He had better water pressure than any of my family in PR, bro. Anybody. It was a gravity water system. There was a stream. He ran pipes up to this stream and tapped into the stream. And then by gravity and like this pump he would just bring water in. And he had these massive generators that he put there that just had full electricity on this shit. He put lights up and shit. Like, it's like unbelievable.
Completely off the grid.
Completely off the grid, bro. Completely off the grid, man. Like, nobody knows how to get there. They're like, he was telling me about emergency. He built it alone. He was up there by himself. He's like, I would come up here for like a couple months at a time. What they had was a camper that they put on there at first. Like a trailer. Mm-hmm. So they would go there and shit, and they were back and forth, like staying there just with the kids when they first had their little kids. Like, now they're in college and shit. And we go up there like together every year. We go there and shit, So he was going up there, and the way he started it was with this camper. He just started building onto the camper, like onto the back of the camper. He built like walls and shit and ceilings and roofed it and everything and did all this. And then he moved the trailer and built forward and closed it. You know what I'm saying? He built around the shit and then removed the trailer. Like, it's like unbelievable. There's a whole kitchen there, shower, everything. It's like unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable, bro. If I showed it to you, you'd be like, what the fuck? Like, it's small. It's a 1 bedroom with
they're
with-
usually small.
Yeah, it's a good size 1 bedroom with 2
Is it a log cabin?
full size beds. No, it's like he built it like he built it. It's a cabin just because of like the location, but he essentially built a small house.
That's nuts.
It's unbelievable. Bro, he put a septic tank in that shit. No, he didn't. I'm lying. The sewer line runs off this mountain. So it just like runs off this mountain. You just flush the water. It's all by like gravity, the way that he did it. And what's crazy, I'm going to tell you this. My cousin who I'm going to visit, his son is like fucking brilliant. He goes to like Maritime and all his friends are brilliant. They all study like physics and like marine fucking aquatic fucking whatever.
Yeah.
They go to Maritime and they're like engineers.
They have superpowers?
Bro, Aquaman.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought.
Yeah.
When you said that, first thing that came in my head was like, okay, Aquaman. Go ahead.
No, it's like engineering,
Yeah.
like fucking ship physics. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they were having this conversation one night. We were all drinking. I'm drinking with them. They're all in college. We're drinking. And I'm thinking about the conversations I have with my boys when we're drinking. And I'm like, this shit is ridiculous. It's about like fucking like dumb shit. Like fucking like shit I talk about all the time. Like MMA and like fucking whatever.
Like the conversation we just had.
Exactly. The conversation we're having right now. Bro, they were debating like physics topics. They were doing experiments. He was like, how do you mean? I walked outside and he's like, well, you're trying to tell me that a spherical object and an object that's flat, 2-dimensional are going to hit the ground at the same time. He's like, I'm telling you right now. He's like, how? He's like, it's drag. It's like whatever the fuck they were talking about. I was like, are you kidding me? He's like, it has to do with how you drop it. He's like, if you drop it flat like this, it's going to have less air resistance. If you turn it sideways, it's going to catch the wind and it's going to slow down the trajectory and shit. And I was like, yo, they start doing experiments while they're drinking. He's like, I fucking told you. He's like, bam. He's like, now drink. Like, and it's like, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, this is the craziest shit. I was like, these guys are so fucking smart.
Well, that's how they built that fucking house.
Yo, so what brings us, no, they didn't build that house. I'm talking about my cousin's husband who has like a t-shirt printing business that he built from like the ground up. Like,
Oh, okay.
but he's just like applied, learned knowledge from just like fucking up. And he was explaining the system to him. They're like, oh, you got a cabin and shit. Like, what kind of cabin you got? And the kid was being arrogant. My buddy's friend. He was being arrogant. Like he really was. And he was like, oh, what do you got? And my cousin's husband told me, he's like, oh, I got the line that runs from like the creek and shit. And he's like, creek and shit. He's like, what you need to do is do this. You need to have a pump at 14 PSI, like talking all this chemical technical shit to my cousin's husband. And he's like, yeah, I don't really know much about that. He's like, see, what you need is you need me to like come up there and show you how to do it. He's like, I'll tell you, we'll have that shit running like something you never seen. I'll turn your shower into a power washer and shit, you know? And he's like, okay. He's like, that's cool. And he was like, well, tell me more. And the kid starts asking him, my cousin's husband's explaining it. And he's like, yeah. And I go from up there, I dug this through there and I did that. And he's like, wait a minute, you did what? And he's like, I put this up, like the hose is there. And he's like, wait, so where does like the off water run or whatever the fuck he's saying? He's like, I have it going down a different pipeline that I built. It's a different thickness because I had to try 2 different pipes. And the kid was like, he's like, tell me more. And he's like, well, of course that would work. He's like, this is brilliant. Like, yo, my cousin's husband like fucking schooled him on like some like grown ass man shit. Like this ain't no textbook shit. I was up in the fucking winter building this shit with my hands. You never did this. You read about this.
Yeah.
You watched a lot of videos on it. You studied. You read books. He's like, I was up there with my fingers falling off. He told me about injuries. He's like, I almost cut my leg off with like a saw up in the middle of the woods.
Christ.
He's like, I just taped it up. Like he's like crazy.
Bear
you know what I'm
Grylls?
saying? Yeah. It's like
What
crazy.
state is this cabin in?
It's in New York. It's upstate New York. They live in Jersey, but they built it in New York, in upstate New York. And it's like this community is like, yo, what's crazy is there's like 3 houses of fucking like hick Puerto Ricans up there.
There's Puerto Ricans up
Oh
there?
my God. The guy tried to sell me his cabin. I was going to buy, 30 G's.
Yo, it's like Maine.
His
You
cabin
can buy,
with
like-
7 acres on 7 acres of land.
That's
bro,
like Maine, bro.
for what my Jeep costs.
That's like Maine, yeah.
And I wanted to do it so bad, yo. And my girl was like, should we do it? Should we do it? I'm still considering it. I don't know if he sold it yet.
I would do that shit 100%.
Bro, when that dude up there, yo, you need like a quad, like off-road vehicles and shit
Yeah.
like that. When he won this kid over explaining that shit, yo, the kid was like dick riding him after that. Like kept on like shaking his hand every time you tell him something. He's like, this is incredible. He was like, come here. He's like calling the other guy. He's like, listen to how he made this sewage system at the house. It was like, everyone was like, holy shit. Like, and the kids were thinking about it. They're like, of course. He was like, you need this grade pump. And my uncle's like, no, you don't. Or my cousin, he's my cousin's husband. He's like, no, you don't. He's like, you just need like this. He's like, it just depends on like the depth. And he's like, how do you filter it? And he's like, I filter it like this system that I made. Like he just made all this shit with like Home Depot shit.
Could you get a cement truck into that location if you had to?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. On the contrary, you'll die driving a fucking cement truck through there.
Damn.
I'm dead ass. It's like crazy up there. Like,
Where do you turn? Like, how does he know where to turn?
I don't. They know.
How does he know?
They're like it's 3 clicks past the riverbed, like that kind of shit. And then they proceed to tell me stories. My cousin, because they have 2 kids and they're such good kids. Like one of them, he's like a baseball player and he's in college and wants to be a cop and shit. And the other one, she wants to be a nurse. So she's like, they're in college now. And she was dating this kid, and they were telling me the story. Like he was like all pretty and shit from like Jersey and shit, you know. And he was like thinking he was nice. So like the quad, yo, he flipped the quad off the bridge, yo, and landed down in the fucking creek down there.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he like grabbed something and just happened to catch himself like on a branch, and like just by some miracle didn't kill himself.
And the fucking river took the quad?
Didn't kill himself. No, it just like got stuck on like an embankment down there.
Good.
But it was like he almost killed himself down there.
Did you get you?
My cousin's husband was like, "Whoa, he's dead." Like he went down there, but he was okay. By some miracle.
You hurt yourself down there. It's gonna be a while before someone can come get you.
You got to hear the stories they tell me about these crazy people up there because they live on like this, on like the up in these mountains. There's like 6-7 houses up there, so like a couple people live up there forever. Like year round.
Yeah.
And then there's like 3-4 other families that just visit. Like, and they're like, yo, this guy's weird. Like you see him up there and shit.
I don't mind being there, but I need internet.
Yeah, there's no internet. You can't even get cell service.
You get satellite?
Like we would have to drive down like 6-7 miles down the hill till you see your phone kicks on.
Yeah.
And then you can get service. But like they told me injuries, they were like one of them, they were drinking and shit. The wife fell off the back of the quad and cracked her fucking head open.
There's probably a lot of drinking going on.
Oh my God. No, and drinking, yo, and guns. Everybody has mad property. So all you hear is like, ha ha.
That's
people
dude, it's
busting off
like
guns.
fucking
It's wild, man.
oh my God, damn, what happened to you just happened to me.
Just like that.
Yep. It's just
like that.
you got something on the tip of your tongue and the tippy and then it
it's
fucking
gone,
goes.
bro.
But yeah, that's like there's property in Maine that's similar to that. That's pretty cheap. I was looking.
I want
at.
to go to Maine. What you trying to split some? Raise some families
I'm
up
trying
there?
to
What you trying
fucking honestly. I want to put a bunker up there. You know, you buy something. In
I was just
Maine,
gonna say we'll bury a bunker on the fucking second quarter acre,
and you do something up there, yo. Or you could get a property on Lakeside. But the only thing is like, how's your cousin doing electricity? I know he's getting generators, but he's running those generators all day.
Yeah, he's got 2 of them.
It's just loud as fuck.
But he doesn't run it all day. They turn it on at nighttime.
How does he have power during the day?
They don't. Just outside all day.
Yeah, I guess you don't need it, right?
Or just like a fire, just chilling, drinking, barbecue outside. And it's daylight.
I'm too much of a house cat. I would need some amenities like electricity.
Well, you could do that.
I could live without the internet, I guess.
They're worried up there because there's a pharmacist that has a big ass house at the end of the road. And he's low key buying up all the property. And they're like, we know what he's trying to do. He's trying to buy their property. He's offering them more money. He bought a couple people out already. They already left and shit and gave them their property like they sold it. And they're like, if this guy takes control of a lot of this, because what they're also saying is it's possible that there's like some like elements being found under the fucking property and shit.
Oh.
So like this dude is like snatching up a lot of the houses and they're worried that like he's going to start like running power there. Like he's going to tap into like the town and start trying to like have power lines run through there and start having people like starting to drill over there and shit like that. But they also said if they hang on to the property, they get a piece of whatever's found.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's like, it's
Fucking
weird. It's like,
oil.
it sounds like a Captain Planet episode to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this is just an industrial type of contract. Like, we're going to grab up all the land, you know, and run all the animals.
There's oil down here, see?
That's right. So, but it's just beautiful up there, man. You go up there.
I can imagine.
It's unbelievable. You just ride a quad through like the fucking woods.
That's like Maine, bro. I'd rather be in New York, though. Maine winters are crazy.
Yeah, Maine is crazy, but they got some goddamn good lobster. Tell you that shit.
They do got some good lobster. Maine's a good place to fucking. I've never fucking been to Maine ever. But
Forever.
yeah. No, what is this? No, I've never been to Maine, but I did look at the property values over there. How long have we been live, man?
I have no
Let's
fucking
see.
idea.
Let's check it out. This always happens to me when with YouTube that with like there's like this fucking thing that comes on Samsung phones. It's fucking kind of annoying, and it's like you pull the you good?
Oh yeah, I'm good. Nah, my bad. We just stayed in an Airbnb and they're asking us to leave a review. So I'm gonna leave a review because it was one of the best Airbnb stays I've ever had.
Really?
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
What was so? I never stayed in an Airbnb. What was so?
Really?
What was so good about it?
It was just unbelievable. They were a super host. There's are you familiar with Airbnb at all?
Yeah.
So we've done it all over. We've done Airbnb in Boston, in Santa Monica, California. We did it in Costa Rica. We did it in we did one in like Manhattan. You know, we did one out in Montauk. We've done them like all over, and we love it. There was only like one experience we had that wasn't very good, and it was only because it was like freezing cold and shit. The Manhattan one we got, the apartment was small. It was just it wasn't what we thought it was going to be, and it was kind of our own fault, you know, for like booking this place at the fucking climate it was freezing cold winter out there. But the super hosts are legit. So this one that we did,
What the fuck is a super host?
they're the ones that like you have to have like a certain amount of rating, certain amount of like, you know, like it's like a really high seller on eBay. You know, like you have to have like a 99% positive feedback over a certain amount of reviews and shit like that. Like they're really, really good, man. Like when you do a super host, like the one we did in Costa Rica was a super host. It was unbelievable, bro. Like they had staff there. Like they had a guy that came and changed our linens every day and gave us fresh towels and shit. And they had a bar there that we could just go and get whatever we want. They would cook for us. The lady would make us food. She's like, we have a kitchen, whatever you want. You come and you tell me, I'll make you whatever you want. Like they had travel guides and shit. They would book you shit. Like it was like unbelievable.
Where was this?
In Costa Rica.
Oh,
I'll send it to you, bro. Bro, we stayed for like 2 weeks for like $800. Bro, it was unbelievable, bro. We had a balcony on the side of the fucking on the side of like the mountain, like the jungle, bro. There was fucking macaw birds like what Iago is in Aladdin.
Yeah.
Them things flying around, toucans flying and shit, spider monkeys. There was a pool, a bar, all kinds of shit, bro. It was unbelievable. It was like ridiculous, man. The guy came down on a quad because I couldn't find it. We rented a truck and I couldn't find it. All of a sudden, some dude comes down the mountain on a quad and he's like, shh. Like with like fucking a flashlight. She's like, my husband's coming down to find you guys. We followed him up there and they had a separate property like on that property so they don't bother you. And that's the only people we ever met at Airbnb. Every single Airbnb we went to, they just told us like the key was hidden somewhere and we just did our own thing. Nobody there, just chilling. It was like unbelievable. So this place here was in the Poconos. We went up in the mountains. And by the way, this is where I got engaged. You know?
I wish I had a fucking button so I could do.
Yeah, right. So yeah, it was just unbelievable. It had a fireplace. It was like it slept like 7 people. It was like 4 bedrooms. It was 2 baths, full baths, showers. It was on a dead end, like a cul-de-sac. We didn't meet anybody. Like, yo, the instructions were so on point, bro. If I could show you, you'd be like, no way. Like everything she told us was just as we said. It was a gated community. So like we got there. She's like, you have to have a registration, whatever. I showed a guy. He gives me a pass until the day we check out. I'm like, the hell? So like I pull up. We're driving through a neighborhood. We get to the cabin.
He gives you a registration for what?
For like that you can come in and out through this community.
Oh, because it's a gated community.
Yeah, exactly. So I just show them and pull in. They open the gate and you go in. But then it's like just a neighborhood. It's not like it was like a complex. It was like a neighborhood. So we get to this cul-de-sac and that's where the cabin is. So like we go there and when you get there, it is like the instructions are on the Airbnb. But then when we get there, it's like she tells you where the key is. It's a lockbox. You like put the code in, you get the key and then you go inside. And then as I go in, there's hooks everywhere to put your stuff. It says like, take your shoes off. There's like a sign. There's a bucket that says like sand for the fire pit. And another one, it's like salt for outside. If it's icy, there's like fucking all dog toys. It was dog friendly. We brought our dog. She was with us the whole fucking time.
Oh, that's sick.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. We go in. It's beautiful in there. Fucking full kitchen. Everything you could ask for. Refrigerator. It's a fucking house. You know, bedrooms everywhere. Beautiful bathroom. Fresh linens. Fresh towels. It was so clean. Like you get to the door, like the sliding glass doors. There was a deck. And then upstairs in one of the bedrooms, there was a balcony. And like you move the curtain and it says like remove bar first, like a little sticker. You look like a label. You look down and there's a bar in the you know, for the sliding glass door. You remove that and then you open the door. Tells you where there's firewood. Tells you like what exactly how to open the fucking fireplace and start a fire. It's like burn wood for 15 minutes. It was
you had to split some wood.
But there's an axe and tools because it's not lame ass New York where they're like afraid everyone's gonna hurt themselves. It's like Pennsylvania. They're like, here's in like a plastic clear container. They're like, here's a fucking like bandsaw, like it was like a whole sawzall if you need to cut more wood. They were like,
that's pretty
but
cool.
please don't cut down trees. They were like, only cut what's already down. You know, and then a list of where we could get groceries, where we could get everything we need. It was like legit.
Did you guys go out a lot?
No, we didn't go anywhere. That was the intention. We just stayed inside with the fireplace with the dog. We just went into town to get wood. It was like 35 minutes to get to any store or anything like that because it was like pretty remote, you know. But it was like, it was so nice, man. It was like unbelievable. Like I would recommend Airbnb with like a superhost to anybody. That or Costa Rica. If I tell you that place in Costa Rica, if you and your wife go,
that's the one that has a superhost, right?
They both are. They were both.
What's the other? The one you just went to is the superhost?
Yeah.
Who's the host?
No, there's nobody there. No superhost is in. It's like an incredible experience. Like everybody has a positive experience.
Okay.
Yeah. So like that's what that is. You know, it's like it was.
I thought superhost meant that there was a superhost that met you with you.
Nah, superhost means that. Like those were the only people that we ever met was in Costa Rica. Yeah, like we never met anybody else. Like they told us where to go. The dude that was bringing us the linens told us a private beach. He's like, yo, there's a beach over here where everybody, and of course, because I speak Spanish, it was like, my girl says it's like a different experience. She's like, this would not be the same if like I wasn't with somebody that spoke the language. She's like,
yeah,
you know,
100%.
bro, like the dude that was bringing the linens, he was telling me like, nah, it's this private beach. He's like, you got a truck? I'm like, he's like, that's your truck outside. I'm like, yeah. He's like, yo, he's like, this is where you go. He's like, go drive over here. We drove over here, came to some rocks, and it said like on the rocks, like beach this way. Like, like carved into the rock. You know what I'm saying? We like went down this hike and shit. There's monkeys all in the trees looking at us like howler monkeys. They're big, yo. Them motherfuckers are up there just hanging in the trees. Like
that's just mad weird going to a country where they have shit like monkeys.
Looking up and they're above us. I felt like there was like motherfuckers watching us. Like I felt like it was like people watching us. They're just up in the trees, like just watching us. We get down to this beautiful beach, like way different. It wasn't super overcrowded because this was like a private one, you know. So I recommend Airbnb to anybody that wants a vacation. I haven't stayed at a hotel since. We haven't gone to a hotel since we started using Airbnb.
I wonder if the only thing I like about the hotel is that they have everything there.
Like they
cook for you.
What it is about, it's just a different experience and you save money. Be honest with you. We don't go out to dinner. Like when we stayed in California, the whole purpose was to go to California and go out to eat and do our thing. Like when we stay at a place like this, that's a full house with a full kitchen and we're looking, this place had an air fryer. Bro, we were making fucking food in the air fryer. We made potatoes in the air fryer.
That's cool.
We were making bacon and eggs every day. My girl made cookies in the oven. Like it had a dishwasher, a washer, a dryer. We did all our laundry before we left. So we came home with clean clothes. We didn't have to wash a whole bunch of clothes. Yeah. You know, it was really, really unbelievable, man. All the TVs had HDMI hookups. All the TVs had the capability to stream your phone or stream your computer to the TV. You know, they had Netflix installed on every TV. They had they had YouTube on there on all the TVs.
It was a fucking fire.
It was a fire ass stay. I had no complaints, bro. I had no issues. I just streamed everything we wanted to watch onto the TV while we were chilling. We were playing Monopoly and drinking.
The internet?
Yeah, they had internet, Wi-Fi with the Wi-Fi password. Bro, I got to take the worst piss of my life, son.
You want to wrap it up?
I don't know. Should I go piss and come back?
You want to piss and come back?
Nah, that might be crazy.
You wouldn't be the first person to piss on a podcast and come back. Let's see how long we've been on.
I might have to.
If you want it, let's see how long we've been on, and we'll go from there because I want to say we've been on for if we've been on close to 2 hours, and
I think we have.
And I think we have too. And I think we've also probably run the gauntlet on everything we wanted to talk about. Yeah, we're at an hour and 45 minutes.
All right.
We can wrap it up. Final thoughts on anything?
Nah, man. I think we covered most of what I want. We'll be on again to talk about Connor and Dustin.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to talk about Connor and Dustin anyways because we're gonna talk that to death next week.
We are.
That's gonna be a good card too.
All right, bro. Episode 12 wrapped up. Masters and Nuts.
Damn, episode 12 already. That's it. Episode 12. We're done.
Wrapped up.
Um.
I'm going to take a piss. Thank God I have dark pants on because when I stand up, I'm going to piss a little.
Ooh. Where is it? Where is it?